Hi everyone, I just wanted to do another maths video and talk a little bit about single digit by two digit multiplication. Now we already looked at some basic single digit multiplication, and we'll quickly just revise that now and use arrays to help us solve problems. So I'm just going to minimize myself so you can see the multiplication chart because we might need that soon. But let's just first look at this one here. 4 times 2 equals, now remember we looked at that as in it was 4 lots of 2 or 4 groups of 2 or 4 rows of 2. So I'm going to do 4 rows of 2 and create that 4 times 2 or 4 rows of 2 as an array, and that's going to look like something like this. There's 1 row of 2, 2 rows of 2, and 3 rows of 2. Now let me just tidy them up a little bit. Okay, so we have our 4 rows of 2. The last one here. There we go. We have our 4 rows of 2. Now, we can circle those off and we'll make the array set out. So there's 1 row of 2, 2 rows of 2, 3 rows of 2, and 4 rows of 2. And that's a really good way of setting out the 4 times 2 times table. We can draw that and represent that using the array. Now we've done that, we can easily count all these circles up one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or we can skip count them all, 2, 4, 6, 8, and we can put our number in here. Now, if these two numbers were really tricky, if I gave you two numbers now, and those two numbers were something like, let's do them here. If that was something like 7 times 9, you might be scratching your head and you'd be thinking, oh, Byron, we haven't learned them yet. I haven't practiced them, I don't know it. And that's when it comes in, this is when you can really sort of start helping yourself while figuring out some problems. You can cheat a little bit, because that's what I want you to do, just help yourself learn, because you'll gradually memorize these times tables, but we don't want to bog down on them too much. We want to keep moving on. So on the side here, on this side, we've got two charts, and they're both the same sorts of charts. They just show the numbers in different ways. So here up top on the first top chart, just here, it says multiplication chart 1 to 10 times tables. To find out what 7 times 9 equals, we can just find the 7 number down the side and then match that up with the 9 coming along the top. So here's the 7 coming down the side, and we're going to match it up with the 9 going along the top. So find where they cross over. So if I had my pencil and I wanted to do a nice pink color, I could go along, there's the 7, follow it along, ding, 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 and that lines up with the 9, and I can put a little dot there so I don't forget, and that would be my answer. 7 times 9 equals 63. And I can actually go do the same on this smaller chart here and show it to you on that one too. And I could do 7 times tables, go all the way down, 7 times 9, I can see this one here equals 63. Let's make that a little bit smaller again. So that's what we're going to do for when we do our 2-digit by single digit addition. So I will write the answer in, 63. Okay, let's do some now, and I'll show you how to do it. I'm going to make this, might just delete that out now. And let's get rid of those ones. And the first one that we're going to do is going to be 23 times 2. Now, if we're going to figure that out, you need to arrange your problem in a way you can figure it out. So we're going to take the biggest number and put it on top, and then put the smaller number below the big number. And we're going to line them up so the ones column, the small numbers are in the ones column, and the ones column numbers are going to be lined up over top of each other, and then the bigger numbers are going to go off to the left, just like we lined up our addition. So if we did that, your number would end up looking something like this. And I'll try to do it, but it's not going to be pretty neat. So I'd have my 23, I might do blue this time, and that 23 would end up looking something like this, 23 times, now this 2, I'm going to put right underneath the 3, because that 2 is equal to 2, and a number that will go in the ones column. And that 3 in 23, I can think of it as 20 plus 3, so it's a 3, and that needs to go underneath there, okay? And I can draw a line off to show you what it equals. And look, that's just the same thing I've drawn here, but it looks really neat. We probably don't even need that. Let's just get rid of that. Okay, 23 times 2. Let's bring it over here a little bit. The first thing I like to do now is I need to use this smaller number here, the smaller number right here, and I need to multiply this smaller 2 here with the numbers above. We're going to first start with multiplying the 2 times 3, and we're going to multiply these ones together. So the 2 times 3, we're going to multiply those together. 2 times 3, 2 lots of 3, 2 rows of 3, and that might look like something like this. 2 rows of 3. There we go, big one. 2 rows of 3, and I could circle them off. There's 1 row of 3. There's 2 rows of 3. And I could count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great, I know my answer is 6 by doing the array. I could skip count them in threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. But this time we can stop at 6 because it goes 3, 6. Or I can cheat. And this I don't mind you doing for this, just so you'll learn how to use this process here. I can say 2 times 3. I can use the chart. I can find the 2. And I can go along to it matches up with the 3. Find where they cross over. 2 times 3 equals 6. This number just here, 6. And also I can do it on this chart here. 2 times table, go down to find 2 times 3 equals 6. Great, equals 6. And I can write that number just in here. The second number I need to multiply, and let's do a different color for this one. Let's use this nice purpley pink. I need to do 2 times the 2 up here, because that 2 represents 20 because it's in the tens column. So 2 times 2, 2 lots of 2, 2 rows of 2. And again, I could show that looking something like this. 2 rows of 2 is an array, and we can circle them off. And I've also got my 2 rows of 2. Here's 1 row of 2, here's 2 rows of 2. Okay, great. I can count these up one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. I know it's 4. Let's check it by skip counting. 2, 4, 6. Oh, that's too far. 2, 4. Good. I got 4 again. And I can also check my multiplication chart over here. Find my 2 times table and match it up with the 2 across the top. So line these up. 2 times 2 equals 4. Good. And I can check down here too. 2 times 2 equals 4. Just that small one there. I won't make it big. And I know that equals 4. So I'm multiplying these 2 numbers now. And that's going to equal 4. So 23 times 2 equals 46. Let's do another one together. Let's do, I think that'll be good. I'm just going to, let's delete these off. Let's do one more quick one. Let's do, one snuck in behind. Let's see this number here. What have we got? 3 times 32. Okay, so I'm always going to put my big number on up top. And I'm going to write that using black as well. So I can take the 32. I'm going to put that just here. 3, 2 times 3. Oh, made a mistake. I can't put my 3 there because that 3 is in the, needs to be in the ones column. So it needs to be below the 2 in the 32. So I'm going to put 3 right there, and I can rule it off to make sure it looks like equals. Okay, so 3 times 32, 32 times 3. Sounds a little bit different, but we can flip those numbers around and it will still equal the same thing, even if you flip the numbers around multiplication. So first thing I need to do now is I need to multiply the 3 by the 2. Okay, I'm not going to start with the 3 over here, 3 by 3. I need to start with the 3 by 2. So I'm multiplying these 2 numbers together first. And I'm going to create that as an array first. So 3 lots of 2, or 3 groups of 2, or 3 rows of 2. And that might look like something like this. There's 1 row of 2, 2 rows of 2, and 3 rows of 2. And I can circle them off. 1 row of 2, 2 rows of 2, 3 rows of 2. 2, 4, 6. Great, I can check that 3 times 2 as well on the charts over here. Where's the 3? Here's the 3, and where it crosses over with the 2, I can see those 2 there line up. 3 times 2 equals 6. I can also check down here my 3 times tables. 3 times 2 equals 6. Okay, great. I can write my answer in there underneath all the other numbers in the ones column here. Okay, next one I'm going to multiply is going to be 3 times 3. 3 times 3. And 3 times 3 might look like something like this. 3 rows of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's group them off in their array to make sure my rows and numbers of circles in each row are correct. And I have my 3 rows of 3. I can count them up one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can skip counting them, which is quicker and probably better to do. 3, 6, 9. 3 times 3 equals 9. I can double check that on my charts over here too. 3 times 3 equals 9. And 3 times tables. Here we go down here. 3 times 3 equals 9. So I know 3 times 3 equals 9. And the answer to 32 times 3 equals 96. Okay, I hope that explains how to do 2-digit by single-digit multiplication. It can be a little bit confusing. I hope I've explained it well enough, but use your knowledge of arrays and skip countings and link that forward and use the times tables charts to help you do this. Don't worry about if you think I don't know it, because you can always just fall back on that times tables chart. So just get used to using this process here to figure out those sums and those problems. I'll give you some easy ones in the following week or even back into term 2. Have fun with it. Don't worry if you can't do it. And I think the next video we'll do is we'll practice maybe doing it with 3 digits up here, and then we'll also do some regrouping as well. All right, thanks very much for watching. See you, manta rays.